Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and today I want to talk about Doctor Who, specifically the Series 7 Part 2 episode Cold War, which I just had the great fortune of watching, and man, was it an exciting time. I mean, from beginning to end, I was left by the end feeling like this is a modern classic. It was like taking The Hunt for Red October and throwing in the Doctor and his TARDIS, a loyal companion, and then adding in for good measure an Ice Warrior, mixing it all up and seeing what came out, and it was just incredible. Mark Gatiss was definitely in tip-top form with this episode, and it was the best episode in a while. I mean, the throwbacks to the original series were, the classic series rather, were fantastic. All of the background actors were spot on. I mean, I recognized several of them, and even if you paid me, I couldn't put names to their faces, I'm sad to say, but they were definitely all spot on. And of course, Matt and Jenna were perfect in this episode, Jenna being, once again, living up to the perfect companion, as I've referred to her before. And then, of course, the classic, the living legend, David Warner was in this episode, and he largely reminded me of, like, being this basically felt like a multiple doctor story. He's called the professor. He is a scientist by all accounts, and he's kind of aloof. And I felt like I was watching the first or second doctor in a sort of background capacity. I mean, when he's trying to calm down Clara, she's fearful of the bodies that they encountered, and this is after she basically went toe-to-toe with the Ice Warrior earlier in the episode. But now she's feeling the fear, and he tries to calm her down by making her sing Hungry Like the Wolf, Bad Wolf, anyone? And it was just a great moment. I was really reminded of some of those more intimate, down-to-earth moments, no pun intended, being that he is a Time Lord, between the Second Doctor. I mean, go back to, Tomb of the Cybermen, that moment with him and Victoria. That's kind of what that felt like with David Warner's character and Clara in this episode. And again, you have Clara being just the perfect companion, really truly feeling human emotions, feeling fear in the face of death. And yet, toward the end of the episode, of course, hers is one of the, main voices of reason to break through the Skaldak, this Ice Warrior. This Ice Warrior, it was a great, phenomenal thing to have them brought back, even if it was only one, and we actually got to see this one out of his armor. Now, this will probably go over the heads of some of you guys who don't happen to be Trekkies or didn't particularly care for Star Trek Enterprise, but in their fourth and final season, they had a two-parter called In a Mirror Darkly, which essentially brought us over into the Mirror Universe that was originally featured in the original series of Star Trek, and it was the first time in all 5 series since the original series that we got to see a Gorn again, and this time it was CG animated, and it kind of didn't look like the original, but it was still cool, and that's kind of the vibe I got from seeing this Ice Warrior Skaldak out of his armor, although the CG was a lot better this time around, and it was just phenomenal. I mean, from beginning to end, it was just an action-adventure, raucous thing to watch. I was on the edge of my seat, and hey, I was just loving it. That's the best way I can say it. So, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below what you thought of Cold War if you've seen it. Was it a bombastically awesome episode, or did it let you down? Let me know in the comments below, and otherwise, that'll be it for me on this. So, hope you're all doing well, and I'll catch you later. Peace.